How's it going, everybody? Cameron here with Canadian Gamer, coming at you with another video here today. Couple of things that I do want to talk about. The first thing I want to talk about, a Far Cry 6 gameplay trailer was released earlier today. I did check it out. I've got mixed opinions on it. First things first, they show the gameplay trailer. You're playing as a female protagonist. Let's just not go down that road. I think you can play as a male. I think they're giving you the option. I think they're sort of taking a page out of Cyberpunk 2077, and your character has been given a name, but with that name you can either play as a female or a male protagonist. That's my understanding of it. So other than that, the cutscenes, it's either the cutscenes or perhaps it's the gameplay. I can't really tell. It looks like you can play the game in third-person perspective. I think it's just the in-game cutscenes, but I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. I don't know. It looks good. It looks really good. The graphics in the trailer definitely look, I guess you could say current gen. You can see some ray tracing effects. Some really good lighting effects in the game. So it looks good. I wish we could have saw some more raw gameplay because a lot of what they showed was sort of, perfectly cut into this trailer. But it looks good. I guess we'll have to wait and see. We'll see how this thing comes out. There's some nice looking cars in the vehicle as well. But is it going to be more of the same? Is it going to be more of what we had in Far Cry 5? Or is it going to be something completely different? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. The next thing I want to talk about here, so all the news regurgitators out there on YouTube, the regular, usual suspects, they're latching onto this story about Nintendo. They're on the cusp of announcing a Switch Pro. It's going to happen any day now, guys. It's going to happen before E3. We might find out about it tonight, guys. There's going to be a new Switch Pro coming out before the end of the summer. Just stop. Until we hear it from the horse's mouth, there's not really a whole lot to talk about. A lot of this is just rumors. That's exactly what it is. And these YouTubers are just grasping for straws, desperate, foaming at the mouth, looking for something to talk about. And anything that comes up Nintendo Switch related, they have to just latch onto it. We've heard this a million times before. Review Tech USA has talked about a Switch Pro before, Dreamcast guy. Until we actually hear something from Nintendo, it's not really worth talking about. I'm just going to leave it at that. The next thing I want to talk about, a guy in the community, Cyrus, the video game virus. I've talked about him before on the channel. He posted a video today, and it was just like he was just in his car on a whim, and he kind of just threw it out there. He's like, I'm done with YouTube. He's like, this is probably it for me for the year. He's like, between, not being able to play games as good as I used to, as well as dealing with some of the trolls in his live chat, I guess he's just lost maybe the creative spark to create videos. So, I don't know. My take on it, at the end of the day, people are going to quit YouTube for one reason or another. At the end of the day, it's that person's decision. I'm sure even myself someday I'll probably walk away from it as well. There's other priorities on the go outside of YouTube, other things on the go. I know Lawrence Dagstein hinted at leaving YouTube as well. So it's just, at the end of the day, posting videos, taking time out of your day to post videos. Some people can continue to have that creative spark where they can put out videos on a regular basis. Some people could feel a little bit demoralized by it, whether they're dealing with trolls or maybe they're posting videos and they're just not getting a lot of views. So, for Cyrus, I think he does put out some good conversation pieces. What I said to him, I said maybe just try not to put out so many videos. Maybe just put out one video a week, or maybe one video every 2 weeks. Or I know with myself, I had a little bit of lack of creativity at one point, and what I did was I didn't walk away, but I didn't really have the urge to post a video unless it was something that I really wanted to talk about that just came up, and then I would post a video, because you can get to a point sometimes where you just start posting videos about stuff that you're really not passionate about talking about, and that's not really a good road to go down, because then you're just posting videos for the hell of it, and it's just like you're a hamster on a wheel. So hopefully that guy can figure it out. Maybe he just needs to take a break from YouTube, and then he can come back and reassess. All right, so the last thing I wanted to talk about here, a little bit movie related. I've been going down a little bit of a rabbit hole with regards to 80s horror films are concerned. Last week I started rewatching a lot of the Child's Play films. I haven't watched the new reboot of Child's Play. That's on my list to watch that as well. But what I've really been enjoying is the Nightmare on Elm Street films. So for me personally, when you're talking about those 80s horror franchises, the one that really sticks out to me, that stands up with the test of time, is the Nightmare on Elm Street films. Obviously, the first one is very iconic, but like, personally speaking, I even like the second one, the third one, the fourth one, the fifth one. I even like New Nightmare. Freddy vs. Jason I didn't like. The reboot, I have not watched it. I don't really care to watch it. As far as I'm concerned, Robert Englund is Freddy Krueger, and I don't know why in hell the studio would have tried to make a new film without him. That's sacrilege. But yeah, I've been having a blast. I think it was the fourth installment I watched last night, and that's the one where a couple of the kids returned from the third movie, but Patricia Arquette didn't return. They got another girl to play her. And there's one scene where the girl's in the classroom, and she's asthmatic, and she falls asleep in the classroom with the other girl, and Freddy Krueger walks up to her and sucks the oxygen right out of her body. And there's another scene too where one of the girls is working out. She's working out in her garage, I think, and Freddy Krueger comes up from behind and slams the weight down on her arms and snaps the tendons in her arms. And the next thing you know, her arms are completely ripped off. And the next thing you know, she turns into like a cockroach or an insect, and she no longer has human limbs. She's got insect arms. And then I'm not going to go any further on it. If you guys have seen the movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's really good. I love it. Especially those first 4 or 5 Nightmare on Elm Street films are absolutely incredible. I wish New Line Cinema, whoever owns the licensing for that intellectual property, could come out with one more Nightmare on Elm Street starring Robert Englund. I think that would be absolutely incredible. So anyways, that's going to do it for me. That's going to do it for this video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a good night.